our homestand with a win in another game that I feel like we learned something about ourselves. This was a game we needed. Coach Gillespie, he gets his guys to play extremely physical. They play with great passion and energy. And for where we've been and what we've struggled with, it allowed us to really put an emphasis on taking care of the basketball, meeting passes and whatnot. Our ball security came a long way in the last few days. It was an odd game where we didn't convert very well around the rim. We didn't make our open rhythm shots. We missed several front ends. And for us to still have this margin with all that happening is a testament to our guys. They played hard, they competed, we got excellent guard play.
Zach, do you want to start us off?
You came out in a full court press. Can you just talk about how that worked throughout the game, things that you thought went well, could improve upon?
Well, the one thing about us, we play very fast tempo offensively, and this has been a theme for the last probably 10 to 15 years of my coaching career. Defensively, we have really slow tempo, and a lot of times switching does that, where teams are trying to figure out different ways to attack the switch. Maybe your schemes take them out of what they're trying to do, and so they have to go to plan B or plan C. And so we felt like they were simply just trying to slow the game down, move the ball, and we just were trying to find different ways to speed up tempo.
Tony?
Vlad had his high in a Michigan uniform, but it still seems like he's not quite where I think you guys thought he would be. Some misses around the rim. I guess, could you explain where you think he's at and what's going on?
I thought he played one of his better floor games. As far as not converting around the rim, it's tough. You know, these are shots he normally converts. They're not dropping. I think it's like everything else in sports. You know, you hit line drive and it's right at the shortstop in baseball, or you know, you do the right thing and it just doesn't drop. I think he wishes he had a couple of those possessions back, but we're not going to spend a lot of time and energy worrying about those shots going in. We want to generate those types of shots again and again and again. And this is a new environment for a lot of different guys. Would we love to have those back? Yes. Are we going to? No. We're very confident when the time is right that he's going to make a high percentage of those shots.
Chris?
You got the looks you wanted. Did it seem like in the second half, was it just a matter of the shots weren't dropping tonight?
Yeah, I need to look at the tape, but Sam Walters was, you know, sometimes the ball just doesn't go in, and we're pressing, and so we're doing something, exerting more energy, and we shorten our rotation a little bit. But yeah, there weren't very, I mean, I think we had 11 turnovers. If you would have told me that we only had 11 turnovers and they had 24, I would have thought the margin would be much greater. Like I said, basketball's a funny game. I mean, they had one or two late where they shot layups and they squirted out. They just didn't go in. As a coach, you can sit here and scream, make the layup, but I mean, their guys are trying to make it now. We'll continue to be creative, adding shot fakes and adding, you know, the guys are lifting right now. I mean, we're gonna continue to stress play with more pop around the rim and more, I guess, more physicality. I guess more of a mindset of embracing physicality.
Steve?
Dusty, can you talk about what Vlad means on defense, and also touch on what he's going to mean as you get into Big Ten play, and there are a lot of big bodies in the conference?
Yeah, Vlad, 7'1", he's a great communicator. He's mobile. He's a great rim protector when he's at his best. Still has work to do from a defensive rebounding standpoint, but he's going to anchor a lot of what we do. These games are tough, especially in an environment like this. We didn't do a great job in the first half of helping him. We had him too high up the floor early in the game. We flattened him out a little bit more in the second half, and we got better looks. I don't know if the percentages, the points say we were better, but in our minds as coaches, we played much better. And we would take, if we could get this shot chart in every game of the year, we would certainly take it.
Andrew?
Dusty, I don't know if you agree with this, but sometimes it seems like the best point guards kind of set up the guys in the first half, and then they start to find their own in the second half. It seems like Trey's doing that. Is that, can you speak to that?
Yeah, I would have to ask him if that's his mindset. I do think he's taken what the game gives him, and I think sometimes these other teams are playing guys 35, 40 minutes. Maybe they're just not back setting their defense as quickly, and he's taking advantage of the creases. But he's had and to be honest, as much as we've turned it over, we've talked as a staff and said we'll live with some Trey Donaldson over-aggressive turnovers. Because he puts so much pressure on the defense, and then him and Danny, or when Danny played the 5 tonight, if it wasn't for foul trouble, I thought he had really, really good minutes at the 5 and was a quarterback for us. And I think him and Trey are starting to kind of read each other's mind and develop some chemistry, attacking in transition. So there were some definitely some bright moments and some things we learned.
Blake?
Real quick, did you say your guys are in there lifting right now?
Yeah, they're gonna get a recovery lift. We're off tomorrow, so we're leaving Saturday to go get some vitamin D, and so it was either that or wake them up early because the hotel weight room and things like that won't be conducive. But yeah, we're locked in on the long run of really continuing to work throughout this stretch, so we're strong for Big Ten play.
Okay, and then what was the message at halftime? I guess it seemed like you guys came out pretty strong in the first few minutes there of the second half.
I mean, if there's any resounding halftime speeches, then we probably need to start using them pregame as well. You know, our guys, they talk about what they need to do. The staff meets. We usually look at whatever, there's one or two themes that we look at closer to see what it is. And I mean, to be honest, like early in games, I think Tarleton averages 4 threes a game, and they've made 4 early in this game. One of them was a step back 3. I think our luck factor's not been great, and so it's in our mind, we want this to be a lot smoother as this goes, but it's just unrealistic, and we do think long term, these bumps and bruises and bad fortune will pay dividends, because it always turns. Anyone that's been to Vegas knows you can't be on a streak like this for luck streak like this for a long time.
Kellen?
We've seen you guys use about an 11-man rotation with each of the freshmen getting a little bit of minutes here and there in non-conference play. Do you plan on sticking with that large of a rotation as the year goes along, or is this kind of just like picking out spots, trying out lineups, seeing what fits right now? Is it too early to tell this early in the season?
If we're healthy, I can't imagine us playing 11 every night. But to be honest, you look at what Fat did in the first half. I mean, he had a nice, quick jolt of good production, a couple of nice passes, steals. So, you can't really say, I don't think Fat and Pip and those guys are anticipating playing 15 or 20 minutes like you would if you're a normal rotation player. Are there going to be guys outside the rotation that need to bring something to a specific game? Absolutely. Will it be every game? Who knows? If we're not in foul trouble, guys are clicking, then our rotation will probably be shorter. If we're struggling with this or that or foul trouble, then yeah, we'll play more than the 9-man rotation, which is probably as extended as we'd like for it to be.
We've got time for a couple more because the players are here. We'll go Tony and then
Just
Andrew.
A little crossover here for you to football earlier tonight. I'm sure
Yeah.
you've heard Bryce Underwood committed.
Yeah.
I know you can't speak specifically, but hypothetically, how much could landing a 5-star top in-state player help a program?
Yeah, I don't want any secondary violations, but I'm extremely excited to watch football next year in the big house, and excited to watch the clips on Twitter and social media, X, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, this is a big day for the University of Michigan, and there are a lot of people that contributed to making this happen, and I think we're all grateful for that. We're all going to benefit from acquiring talent like that, like the highest level of talent in any sport. We're all going to benefit from it.
Andrew?
Yeah, I guess some questions about the Fort Myers thing, because I don't think we're gonna talk to you before that.
Okay.
I mean, it's a tournament setting. Is that important to you to try to win this thing, or is it just another couple early non-conference games, and then, I don't know, just the fact that it's a quick turnaround environment, 2 games and 3 nights, things like that?
Yes, winning it's going to be very important. Obviously, the NCAA tournament, I don't think there's any weighted games between November versus December. So they're all very important for long term, for seeding, for getting in the tournament, whatnot. But also, these quick turns are great to gauge what the preparation you have up to this point, how quickly your guys can change a game plan and adjust on the fly. Because we'll have some quick turns, and then obviously you get into tournament format. It's not like it used to be where you've seen all of these teams at least twice. You know, there might be teams we haven't seen in several months we're playing. So, yeah, for all those reasons, I think we're all excited to see what else we can learn about our team, because the opposition, they tell you much more than we can in practice about ourselves.
Is there an excitement to get down there with, I mean, a lot of connections to the state on, as far as the roster and the coaching staff?
Yeah, I think it'd be great for our guys from that area to see their families. I love the road trips. The one thing about this level, the road trips are much more condensed for obvious reasons, and so you don't have a chance to spend as much time with your guys outside of their element and comfort zone. So I love it for team building. You see different guys rooming with each other. You're around the hotel. So yes, there's a lot of benefits of doing a trip like this. So yeah, we're excited on a number of levels, but more importantly, we do think we're a much better team than we were 3 or 4 weeks ago, and so that keeps us excited to continue improving and trying to hit the right buttons with our guys.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thank you, guys.